Let me ask you this. How many times have you been asked, what's your daily routine? And your mind just went blank. Or maybe you say the same old sentence every time. I wake up, I eat, I go to work. Let's fix that. Welcome back to Daily English Learning with Nour. It's day 5 of our 30-day English speaking challenge, and today I'm sharing my real daily routine using natural, native English phrases that you can start using right away. From I can't function without coffee to I hit the hay by 10, we're covering it all. Plus, you'll get shadowing practice to boost your speaking fluency. So let's jump into a day in my life and level up your English while we're at it. Morning routine. Useful expressions. I usually get up around 6:30 a.m., but let's be honest, sometimes I hit the snooze button once or twice. We all do, right? You can also say, I wake up at 6:30. I'm up by 6:30. I crawl out of bed at sunrise. I drag myself out of bed after snoozing a few times. Then I head to the bathroom to freshen up. I brush my teeth, splash cold water on my face, and sometimes even do a quick 2-minute stretch just to wake myself up. After that, it's coffee time. I usually make myself a cup of coffee. It's a must. You can also say, I brew a cup of coffee, I pour myself a hot cup, I grab a quick coffee, I can't function without my morning coffee. While sipping my coffee, I check my phone, scroll through the news headlines, or reply to quick messages. Then I head to the kitchen and fix a light breakfast, usually oatmeal with fruit, eggs, and toast, or sometimes just a smoothie if I'm in a rush. I whip up something quick. I make a healthy breakfast. I grab a bite before heading out. After eating, I get dressed, do my skincare, and get ready to head out for work. Depending on the day, I either drive or walk. And during the commute, I like to listen to a podcast or some upbeat music to stay motivated. Shadow and speak, morning routine phrases.
I usually get up around 6:30. Now you say it. Repeat after me slowly. I usually get up around 6:30. I usually get up around 6:30. Sometimes I hit the snooze button. Say it with me one word at a time. Sometimes. I hit the snooze button. Sometimes I hit the snooze button. I crawl out of bed at sunrise. Ready? Step by step. I crawl out of bed at sunrise. I crawl out of bed at sunrise.
Well done!
I freshen up in the bathroom. Repeat slowly. I freshen up in the bathroom. I freshen up in the bathroom. I can't function without coffee. Let's say it together clearly. I can't function without coffee. I can't function without coffee. I check my phone and scroll the news. Break it down. I check my phone and scroll the news. I check my phone and scroll the news. I make a healthy breakfast. Say it word by word. I make a healthy breakfast. I make a healthy breakfast. I get dressed and do my skincare. Repeat with me. I get dressed and do my skincare. I get dressed and do my skincare. I listen to a podcast on my way to work. Nice and slow, let's go. I listen to a podcast on my way to work. I listen to a podcast on my way to work.
Once my morning routine is done and I'm out the door, it's time to shift into work mode. Whether I'm commuting, walking, or already working from home, I like to use that transition time to mentally prepare for the day ahead. Now let's dive into how a typical daytime routine looks, from staying focused to tackling to-do lists and squeezing in a quick lunch break. Daytime routine. Work and focus time. Once I arrive at work, I usually start by going over my to-do list to see what needs attention. I like to organize my day so I know exactly where to start. Other ways to say that. I check what's on my plate for the day. I tackle the top priorities first. I jump straight into the urgent tasks. I sort through my emails and flag anything important. I set my intentions for the day. After that, I settle into focused work time. This is when I really get into the zone, writing, analyzing data, answering emails, or preparing for meetings. Around noon, I take a short break and grab a bite to eat. It depends on the day. Sometimes I bring lunch from home, and other days I head to a nearby cafe. You could also say, I have a quick lunch. I eat on the go. I catch up with coworkers over lunch. I step out for a breath of fresh air while I eat. After lunch, it's back to work. The afternoon is usually filled with a few meetings, team check-ins, or collaborative projects. Sometimes I also squeeze in some planning or prep work for the next day. By the end of the day, I wrap up any loose ends, review what I've accomplished, and make notes for tomorrow. Shadow and speak. Daytime routine phrases.
I go over my to-do list to see what needs attention. Let's say it slowly together. I go over my to-do list to see what needs attention. I go over my to-do list to see what needs attention. I check what's on my plate for the day. Repeat after me. I check what's on my plate for the day. I check what's on my plate for the day. I dive into deep work mode. Say it with confidence. I dive into deep work mode. I dive into deep work mode. I block out distractions and get things done. Repeat one part at a time. I block out distractions and get things done. I block out distractions and get things done. I take a short break around noon. Let's go slow. I take a short break around noon. I take a short break around noon. I grab a bite to eat. Repeat after me. I grab a bite to eat. I grab a bite to eat. I catch up with coworkers over lunch. Nice and steady. I catch up with coworkers over lunch. I catch up with coworkers over lunch.
Great for social English.
I squeeze in some planning for the next day. Repeat slowly. I squeeze in some planning for the next day. I squeeze in some planning for the next day. I review what I've accomplished. Let's try that clearly. I review what I've accomplished. I review what I've accomplished. I shut down my computer and head out. Say it naturally. I shut down my computer and head out. I shut down my computer and head out.
Day's done. Once the workday wraps up and I shut down my computer, it's time to switch gears again, from productivity to relaxation. After a full day of focus and tasks, I like to slow things down, take a breath, and give myself space to recharge. Let's walk through what my evening routine looks like, from cozy dinners to calm, quiet moments before bed. Evening routine. Relax and unwind. By the evening, I'm usually ready to chill and recharge. I've had a busy day, so it's time to slow things down. I usually unwind by watching a show, something light, like a comedy, or I curl up with a good book. Sometimes I just scroll on my phone or listen to calming music. You can also say, I relax with some Netflix. I kick back and read a novel. I take it easy after a long day. I zone out in front of the TV for a bit. I give myself permission to just do nothing. If I have extra time or energy, I might do a bit of journaling, work on a personal project, or do a short home workout, but most nights I just like to rest my mind and body. Around 7 or 8 p.m., I make dinner, usually something light but tasty. Sometimes a salad, pasta, or even just soup and bread. I try not to eat too late. I whip up a simple dinner. I keep it light in the evening. I enjoy a cozy meal while watching something. After dinner, I start getting ready for bed. That includes my nighttime skincare routine, brushing my teeth, and maybe lighting a candle or making some herbal tea to help me relax. You can say, I wind down for the night. I start powering down for bed. I turn in early if I'm tired. I hit the hay around 10 p.m. I call it a night by 10:30. I tuck myself in and try to disconnect. And just like that, the day is done, and I'm recharged for tomorrow. Shadow and speak. Evening routine phrases.
By the evening, I'm ready to chill and recharge. Repeat slowly. By the evening, I'm ready to chill and recharge. By the evening, I'm ready to chill and recharge. I unwind by watching a show or reading a book. Try it with me. I unwind by watching a show or reading a book. I unwind by watching a show or reading a book. I kick back and read a novel. Now your turn. I kick back and read a novel. I kick back and read a novel. I take it easy after a long day. Let's go together. I take it easy after a long day. I take it easy after a long day. I zone out in front of the TV. Repeat after me. I zone out in front of the TV. I zone out in front of the TV. I whip up a simple dinner. Say it slowly. I whip up a simple dinner. I whip up a simple dinner. I enjoy a cozy meal while watching something. Let's say it together. I enjoy a cozy meal while watching something. I enjoy a cozy meal while watching something.
Perfect evening vibes.
I start powering down for bed. One step at a time. I start powering down for bed. I start powering down for bed. I hit the hay around 10 p.m. Repeat clearly. I hit the hay around 10 p.m. I hit the hay around 10 p.m. I tuck myself in and try to disconnect. Let's say it together. I tuck myself in and try to disconnect. I tuck myself in and try to disconnect.
Peaceful ending. Amazing work today, friends. You made it through day 5 of our 30-day English speaking challenge. Now you've got so many natural and useful ways to talk about your daily routine, just like native speakers do. From I hit the snooze button to I wind down with some reading. These expressions will help you sound more confident and fluent every day. Here's your challenge. Use 3 phrases from today's episode to describe your routine in the comments. For example, I crawl out of bed around 7. I power through my morning tasks. I kick back and relax in the evening. I'd love to hear about your day, so don't be shy. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss day 6. We've got more real-life English coming your way. Thanks for learning with me here on Daily English Learning with Nour. Keep practicing, and remember, English gets easier when it becomes part of your daily routine. See you at day 6. Take care and bye for now.